Hello people, today we'll be coming your way with importing from China. It's simple, it's easy. Let's get into the video. Hello, Finance. Opening it. Finally, the light that I imported is here. We're opening it. This is how it looks like. I think there's a manual. Let's check it out. Okay. Here they are. They are supposed to be 10 in number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Okay, exactly the way I saw it. This is it. It's a flashlight. Want to test it and see if it works. So number one place where you can go for you to be able to get the suppliers, the manufacturers of the sort of product that you need is Alibaba.com. Or you can use madeinchina.com as well. So when you hop on Alibaba.com, there are millions of suppliers, traders, manufacturers, companies out there. So for you to be on the safer side from the word go, you need to make sure that, number one, you check and filter the type of company you would want to deal with. This is based on the product that you would want to import from China, wherever you are in the world. And the product is basically dependent on you. The size, the color, the texture, all will be based on what you see on Alibaba.com. Make sure that you are dealing with a supplier. The reason is that if you don't deal with a supplier, it means that you are dealing with somebody who is an intermediary. An intermediary means that you are cutting down your profits. They have bought the product from the supplier and they are selling it to you. So you need to make sure that the one that you are dealing with is a supplier. How do you get to know a company is a supplier? In China, it is that simple. When you want to register your business, number one, you need to have the company name. That one comes first. The location or the registered location comes second. The purpose of the said company comes third. And finally, the type of company. So let's take, for instance, a supplier of one of my businesses, that is Guangzhou YBJ Playground Company. If it is a trading company, they will end by saying trading company. If it is supplier or manufacturer, they will say manufacturer or manufacturing company. So you need to know that you are doing this business with the supplier. And you can use the Alibaba filter as well to be able to capture all those list of suppliers on Alibaba. Number two, you need to make sure that you've checked they have some gradings that Alibaba gives them. Those who have gold ratings, those who have diamond ratings, platinum, silver, they are all there. So you need to filter and see the ones that you would want to do business with. Another point you need to check is how many years they have been on Alibaba, because every single supplier or company on Alibaba has reviews. That is whether their services is okay, the product that they supply is good or not. They are all there on Alibaba. So make sure you deal with a company that has good reviews. And their number of years on Alibaba is that, huge. Plus 3 years upwards is cool to deal with. Now, when you get your product, as a first timer, I wouldn't recommend you deal with a company directly. I would suggest that you use Alibaba Trade Assurance. What is trade assurance? Trade assurance is where when you have chosen your products, you pay the money to Alibaba. Alibaba will keep this money until the supplier or the manufacturer has sent to you, wherever you are in the world, the said product. So you check the product, the quantity, the quality, the texture. If you are satisfied with what you ordered and you are okay with it, then you inform Alibaba that, hey, look, I'm okay with what the supplier sent me. I've received it. They are in good shape. For that reason, go ahead and release the money to the supplier. Not all companies on Alibaba have trade assurance. Some of them do, others don't do. So for your first importation, I would suggest that you go for a company that has trade assurance service. Aside that, you need to make sure that you are aware of their payment method. How do you pay the product? If you wouldn't use Ali Trade Assurance, you can deal with the company directly. One of the ways you can pay is using PayPal, Western Union. In my country, for instance, Ghana, we can't send Western Union from here. So I don't normally use it. You can use a bank transfer. You can use something like Alipay. I normally prefer using bank transfers. My bankers are Fidelity Bank, and I've been using them quite often. Their charges was a bit cool. You pay 1% of the dollar equivalent plus $40, but it recently has been changed. It's now a fixed rate, which is $165, irrespective of the amount you are sending outside. So that is for my bankers. I do use them a lot. But there is another local company here in Ghana called Upon Chicago. They will take 2% of whichever amount you are sending. They will forward it to your supplier or manufacturer at the company. They can as well arrange, add it to their container, and bring it right to your door. First timer, because you wouldn't want to go in with all your money in order to lose. There are a lot of bad ones out there. What you need to do is to tell them to send you a sample product of whichever product that you are importing, so that when it comes, you check and see it is exactly the type of product you want. The one that you saw on Alibaba, the picture or whichever thing that you saw is exactly what you imported. Normally, you will bear the cost of the courier service charge, which is DHL. You can use DHL, EMS, FedEx, Aramex. All those courier services can bring the product in. When you are okay with the sample product or the tease product, then you can place your order. But even with that, don't go in full. Start with small order and be sure that Whatever you imported is okay. Then gradually you build it up. It's a relationship. You need to establish that kind of relationship with your supplier. Another point that I would want to talk about is make sure you speak to somebody in China. I normally use WeChat. Why? Because every Chinese person has WeChat and it is easy to communicate with them. They don't have WhatsApp and so many things like for you to be able to get your quick response, you need to use WeChat. So you need to call them. China is ahead of us here in Ghana, 8+ hours. So I normally do my calls or my interactions with my manufacturers or suppliers 1 a.m. thereabout. When it's 1 a.m., China will be like 9 a.m. in the morning. They will be at work. So you need to speak to somebody to make sure that the company that you're going to be dealing with has a residence address, a house address, where everything will be coming from. Make your communication that simple. Chinese people don't speak English as their first language. Anyone who speaks English, it means that they are into international business or they decided to specifically learn the language English. So their English is not as countries where English is taught in schools from kindergarten. So make your communication that simple. Make your communication that simple. Use yes, no. I need this quantity. If you haven't subscribed, if this video has sort of helped you in a way, kindly subscribe, share, like, and comment down below as to the type of video you would want us to come your way with. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.